well, in the spirit of the 6th anniversary, we don't say anniversary because we're celebrating something. It's actually a reminder of a very sad situation where we lost hundreds of persons. This is the 6th anniversary. Exactly.
Oh, I remember, exactly the day I was in your studio.
On Odawna FM?
I think Odawna.
Okay.
And I think I was here.
Okay. It's been 6 years.
Yes. I think after the program, I was on my way. Right. Normally from here, I go through Asylum down.
Okay.
But I don't know. By instinct, I just decided to go through Nima. When I got to Nima roundabout, I heard a noise. Boom.
Oh wow. So this was the night?
Yeah, it was the night, yes. I remember exactly what happened that day. When I heard the noise, I didn't know that was what was happening at Circle Do. But it was when I got home that we started getting snipers of people, dying. People have got, some of the people have gotten, a lot. Yeah.
Well, what we continue to tell, and as we roll the pictures, the visuals, this was 6 years ago, still looking very fresh. Have we truly learned the lessons of
I was still dumping, refuse.
There's an easy answer to that. We are. This is, somebody will see these and not even think that this was June 3, 6 years ago. They would think it is today because pictures haven't changed.
But you see, it is not only in Accra. Some of these things are washed far and near.
And it ends here.
It ends.
Yeah.
So it must.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be Accra.
Absolutely. As we hold people in authority and in power accountable, we'll be holding our legislators also accountable. So let's join Benjamin Akapo. He visited the area to find out how residents and market women are coping ahead of the rains.
Thank you for joining the conversation.
Thank you too.
You've been resident in this community, at least you've worked here for over 30 years.
Yeah.
What are the woes you face every year?
Every year it's all about flood. Every year flood. Every year flood. Every year flood.
For the over 30 years you've been here?
Yeah, during Rawlings' regime, the flood came only 95, and that's it. Until recently, they've done a shoddy job here, which has cost us a lot. Every time when...
What is that shoddy job? Let's talk about it.
There's a gutter that they've constructed, which the olden days, they've done it open, big. Now they've closed it. They make it narrow and then cover the top. So when it rains, even the whole place gets...
Wait, you're telling me all these cars we are seeing here, you have to move them out of this yard?
I move them out.
Why?
Because of the flood. I have to move them out. Otherwise, I may lose a lot of customers and money.
So basically, rainwater enters this place and it could take away the cars?
It covers the cars. Every car that here,
wow,
when it rains, all is covered. All is covered. The last rain, it was around my waist. Yeah, so I have to quickly move all the cars. The last car that I moved out was a 4x4 car. So that one, I managed to drive it out of the yard.
Around when was this? How many years ago?
Oh, it's not about a year, last year. Just last year. Every year when it rains, here get flooded.
So you have a member of parliament, of course, Dr. Zaneto Rawlings, and I'm sure over the years you've been complaining about the situation. What has been the outcome?
Oh, the last time that we questioned her about the construction of the gutter, she told us that what they were doing there, you understand me? And then as for her, she doesn't know anything about, I don't know whether she knows something about that, but she's a doctor. If it to be something like medicine or something, she can tell us more. But as the contractor told her that they know what they are doing, then he has to, yes. Moreover, they are not in power, so I don't know whether he can push more or not.
So finally, as a member of this community, what do you see that ought to be done? You've already spoken about that gutter and everything. Reach out to the leadership of this country. What do you think ought to be done for the members of a community to avoid more flooding, more loss of property, and maybe even loss of life in future? Because the rains are already here.
The Odawna River, we measured even 3 feet of it. 21 feet. Now it's left with only, is it 4 feet or 5 feet? So at least they should come and clear it for us. This guy, what's the name? Aliu Mahama. I say Aliu Mahama.
You mean Ibrahim Mahama?
Ibrahim Mahama was doing it for free. Is it last 2 years or so? They said, oh, he has given it to, the brother has given it to him as a contract and all that. He was doing it for free. And it's okay, fine. If people said they've given it for contract, then I'm taking my machines.
Who are saying that?
A lot of people are saying it's on radio and all that they've given it to him for contract. And then he stopped. When he stops, nobody is doing anything again. But I learned some people are they are starting from what's the name? The onion market. They've started from there and they are coming. But I don't know whether it is true or not. So we are just praying that they will come and clear it so that the water can get free flow so that to not flood the area again for us.
Hope. Let's keep hope alive. And thank you for interacting with us.
Thank you too.
Korle Klottey constituency, and we've already entered the period when the rains start. Very soon, from the month of June, the rains are going to be hitting hard. That is one of the major issues here, and we're going to be engaging shortly some of the market people to find out what their thoughts are about that situation and what other things bother them right here in this market. Come along with me. Frimpong, what do you sell in this market?
Actually, this market generation from Novotel, but I'm the founder of Novotel Market. Transfer us, NDC time we came here, this Odawna. So I'm part of the market and at the same time I'm the secretary of the market.
How long have you been here?
Almost 30 to 20 years now. Here we are here. We came here almost 10 years, 11 years with that. 10 to 11 years with that.
Okay, and in this period that you've been here, what has been the major problem of this community, or what are some of the major problems you've been facing here?
We have 3 major problems we are facing here. First is by the water here. If rainfall, this June, July, we are in headache. We are in big headache. But so far as we are always accepting those kind of pressure and those kind of the problem we are in here. We always face it because it has been addressed that we well every year. We don't worry about that, but actually we have been complaining several times. All stations in Ghana have been here complaining up to now. You see, the whole Korle Klottey, this is the largest market of Korle Klottey. If you walk through the Korle Klottey, from this down straight to Osu down, this is the largest market. And I have always been saying that this place is a land of not even self, because here is far non far. You see, every place there is a, even if they sell a land for you to build a room for a house, if you have to ask what about particular land. Government brought it here, but as we came here, nothing better has been gone. People, money has been, they have not been benefiting nothing from here. I brought almost 2,003 women, men 700. But today, all the women from the junction to the down there, you not even get up to 800 or 700, which a lot of people go back to Abaye.
Why?
The reason is, if you are business or you are making business without benefiting, what do? You have to stop. Is that not it? Yeah. So that is why they're praying. The most of the women who came here to sell and who came here to make business, they are not benefiting. They are always going down because the things are not being sold as they want it. Because you go buy the thing 20 Ghana and you can't sell it today. They sell 5 CD. You sold 5 CD today. Tomorrow you sold 5 CD. The next day to 5 CD. And you the same 5 CD you are spending inside that 5 CD. What are you going to get? So at the end of the day, you always lose.
So in other words, you're saying business is bad?
Business is totally bad, and it's very, very, very bad.
Is it maybe because of COVID-19?
When the government is not in safe, we are facing problem. We are begging the Korle Klottey, and I say that the government to come to our aid to help us in this June, July. The problem we are about to face, they should come to help us.
So let's talk about flooding. Yes, the land and all of what you've mentioned, very relevant. But in terms of the flooding situation, how bad is it when it rains here? How bad is it? Describe it for us.
You see, if it's tummy, because the gutter inside there, if it full up, all the petty gutters around can never enter. It returns back. That causes a flood. So if they can do something at the big gutter, whether they can raise it so that the flooding will come down, you will not have problem at Odawna. Actually, that is what we have been facing.
Yes, but when the rains hit, how does this place, we went somewhere in Odawna and they were talking about the fact that when it rains, even it covers cars and all of that. How high does it rise, and does it mean on such days you can't even come to market?
It's true. And it's true to extent that the last day the rain fall and it full up. It's above this wall. People climb the wall.
Above this wall?
Yeah, people climb the wall. Even the water is still on their leg, part of their leg, you see. So it means the water go to the level that is too high. If you fall inside, that's the day the people die a lot. And fire got there at the petrol station there. Yeah. So yeah, the main problem is, if the main gutter get full, we will get problem here.
Na Christiana, edwemu ha wo no, den na ye hamo pa wo ha.
Me pa wo cho sensio ni tona anu ye dia. Ha ye pa e dia ka kese be da ye so na ye gi ye ho a enye yie kra.
Inti chese nsuo no hamo pa chese afibia no nsuo to a.
Afibia nsuo ni to a ha ye se eniama e dia ka kese be to ye so ye gi lon kra ye ntu ewie na asan de ka foforo asan be to ye so.
Inti chese last time I nsuo to ya ha mo say be time be last year.
Oh, me pa chao. Last year June 6 me fifia ba na ha nyina ye man.
Nsia ye hani na.
Oh, anyway, been what to name any so ni Ghana there. Been to ball gumni ade na nsu nsu to awon. Got around say any assassin level. Usually let to appear pia gum. Nti wo me tutu kra essence community any maybe out say doing service charge whatever. I said they got around the clear. So soon to enter dust in community. Yeah, any problem. That's why I want to check those people. It's why coffee no no do one check one na position say money yeah.
Enti no say I say ya tekra say ebinom eyire afa ebinom da afa nipa da then na wo hwa ye betumi aye afa ho na che say June ne ewrem no ensu tobre ne ewrem no che say enche bia na ensu beto ye be ne den
oh and say ya gotan me say gotan mu asi aya time by time won bit you gotan bet say ya no mitum say do tina san akomie mu asi nje we say by now no we say what start yi answer ensu no start ato and sanka government banan ko to make clear muti sana de bia we na ke better yeah say very soon ensu no baka ensu no best taba yeah it's simple ba ko no
yeah that's say what they are chenko what you for saying
Peter Ampof
now you juma wa hanfi an
in France be 25 years
25 years how you juma fi say ya ensu tobre no e ba no yene omo ye juma wa ha ne yene omo pi akasa na che se ensu asem no eto a senete
it me bufa ha obra I was so dwane ja wo ka kura ho ntisa
hey mutumi dwane ja mo ka
ho fis ntisa be fa wo ne wo ka ni nyina nti enne o ha wa ye wo mu wa ha
nti che se June ba say ayem hihye nko ti hu se nsuo mu na wo so pebo bi poso baabi ejina nti se nsuo no top kope etuhye mo so wa ha na sen na moye na te se wo so odwane gya wo ka wa anwane anya wo ka be fa wo ne wo ka ni nyina isa me kura no atumi be impre no idwane ko gina PNT bopo ne so ansra me nya me ho afadi community by community, constituency by constituency, we're highlighting the problems of ordinary Ghanaians hanging out around the Odo River Gutter. I call it a river gutter because there was a point where this was clear enough and there was even fish in here. Today, it's more of a gutter and filled with a lot of filth. We've engaged a lot of those who sell at the market and a lot of those right here who ply their trade at the bus station, the bus terminal. It is not a pleasant story. They are dreading the month of June because when it comes with the rains. And when the rains come, it can only mean one thing: flooding and disaster. Some of the very people we've interacted with will have to flee. And they are calling on government to come to their aid. From right here in the Odo.
Poured ahead of the rains as we mark the 6th anniversary of the June 3 fire flood disaster here in our country. Still ahead though, we'll give you an update on the National Science and Maths Quiz, the Eastern Region competition. Look ahead to the championship in the Eastern Region as well. Maxwell Agbagba will be live from the Nat Hall in Koforidua. And then we will talk about Kwadwo Owusu every year. One-time General Secretary of the NPP. He was serving as the CEO of the Forestry Commission back last year when he died in July. He will be laid to rest today in the Ashanti region. We will touch base with our correspondent there. Stay with us.